Assalamu alaikum. Sulaiman Rahim here, Messenger of the Covenant, Breaker of the Seven Seals. Sisters and brothers, as I have been saying for years, we're approaching the time of unprecedented trouble. But do we really understand what that means? Unprecedented. That means nothing ever preceded it that was like it. And it says there's never been another time afterwards. In other words, a unique time in history that's unprecedented. So we're going to examine this to some extent today, some detail, to understand, put it in perspective. Because we've had great conflicts in the past, great calamities. And we're going to say that this one that's approaching is worse than ever will be. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. But we're going to go back to the beginning. There's actually no beginning. The universe just continues on forever, like a beating heart. Never started, never stopped. Going forever. Expand and contract, expand and contract, expand and contract. So we're going to go back to the beginning, which is the point where the universe is in full contraction. As the Quran says, the heavens and the earth were one. At that point in time, we're going to start from there. Now, at that point in time, there was no time as we know it. There's two ways to define time. Time is we create time by transforming energy from one form to another. That's the correct idea of time. But you got the chronological idea of time where you say, okay, you got a clock and you say 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that kind of stuff, right? A year or whatever. So based on that type of time, we have no idea what was going on back there because our chronological time is all based on the sun, and there was no sun then. So in the so-called beginning, the universe was totally contracted. All the energy out there was in here. All the energy out there in the universe was here. Here. Days we were very energetic beings. Nothing like we are now. Maximum energy. As the Quran says, at that point in time, we were made of intense fire. Intense fire. Nothing could stop us. We didn't walk. We could go through solid rock. And we weren't silent. Very loud beings, but very musical beings. Very poetic. We spoke, the vibrations were so beautiful. Right? They could just move solid rock out the way. Beautiful. Beautiful people. Very energetic. Nothing compared to where we are right now. And that was the state of affairs. Now, we were at the center of the earth at the time. Right? That was the center. And at the center of the earth, very center of the earth, was Allah. Who is Allah? He's a supreme being. He's the one that all life came from. That unique seed that Elijah Muhammad talked about that gets passed down, it exists right now. That person exists right now. And that unique seed, right, that cannot be destroyed, that all life came from. So it gets passed down. So in the very center of the earth, Allah, that was his name, he built a fortress so powerful that even the angels, all these beings flying around made of fire, couldn't penetrate it. He was inside his fortress. Only people inside his fortress was the immediate family and those who were loyal to him. He's experimenting. At that time, there was nothing but what they call now gases. It was all fire. Helium, hydrogen, oxygen, it's all fire. If you think oxygen is not fire, then take oxygen out of the room and the fire goes out. So it was fueling the fire, oxygen. It's all fire. The atmosphere is made of all these different layers of, they're now called gases, different layers of fire. The most abundant was hydrogen. So this state of affairs went on for a long time. Allah's in the center, he's experimenting with these, what they call now gases, right? These different levels of fire, different intensities of fire, helium, oxygen, so forth, so on. So everybody's happy because, I mean, these beings, no sense of time. Who knows how long they live? Right? And very energetic, very powerful. Billions of them, even trillions, all within the planet Earth. Okay. All surrounding the core. And this could have went on for trillions of years. I don't know. I'm not sure anyone knows, but they wouldn't know it in the sense of time, as I mentioned, because there was no sun. So at this point in time, the universe is stable. The outer pressure, which is and the inner pressure, they're balanced, stable. The universe is not expanding, it's not contracting, it's stable. And it's perfect. And all the angels are very energetic and very happy, and you can imagine. So, when news came out that, well, let's back up a little bit here. In his experimentation, Allah came across water. That was unknown. There was no water in the universe. By combining oxygen and hydrogen, he was able to water. He looked at the properties of water. He thought it very interesting. He thought that we might be more interesting if we add water components to our nature. Because water has so dynamic, there's so many properties in water. It's not fire. Fire is very simple, but water is more complicated. And he saw that and he thought, well, maybe if we adjust ourselves and became, right, incorporate that quality in our nature, that would benefit us and we'd be more complex, if you will. Because water has many things you can do in water that fire. Water has a lot of capabilities that fire has not. Remember, water is made of fire. Oxygen, hydrogen put together, two fires put together makes water. So he experimented with this. He says, okay, I think I'm going to make a change. So any change is going to upset all the angels because any change means it's a loss for them. Because if they had perfect condition at that time, they had maximum energy, right? Maximum wisdom, maximum everything that was positive. They change means a loss, some loss to that, some degradation. So when they got news that he was going to expand the universe, started to expand because they want to stay like that, stable, no change. The universe stays like that forever. Why not? Beautiful. Any change would mean they have less energy. So they didn't like it. They didn't want any change. And they started trying to penetrate Allah's fortress to stop him from his plan on expanding the universe, which Katie calls the Big Bang. And a big conflict occurred. And they were doing everything they could to penetrate that fortress to get to doctor, to get to Allah. But what he did was, remember, these are all beings made of fire. What he did was, is that he combined the oxygen in the atmosphere with hydrogen and produced the first oceans instantly. First oceans, which wiped out all the angels instantly in a blink of an eye. Because water puts out fire. They was all made of fire. They'd never seen water before. They didn't know what it was. Only one knew what water was Allah, and he had small amounts of it from experimentation. But now he had oceans. And the oceans just wiped them out instantly. In a blink of an eye, trillions of them just gone. He said, wow. That was a terrible time. And we're talking about great tribulation. Wow, what was that? An instant, gone. And then he proceeded to start acclimating our bodies to water. How long it took, I don't know. Maybe we was taking energy as fire at that time, so we started taking little bits of water, just tiny bits, not enough to hurt him. Start making adjustment, and over time, right? We start having a fire liquid body. Our bodies right now is not totally liquid, is not totally fire. We breathe oxygen, we require that. That gives us our energy and everything, and that's fire. And then we're water based. So we had a combination of both. He didn't make us all water. He made a combination. He wanted that water property as part of our nature. This process began. Went on for how long, who knows. And that began the process of Dr. Yaqub, as let's tell us, maker, owner, cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. Cream derives from the bottom, from the center, the top. So we begin to rise, right? Move out of fortress into the oceans. We live in the oceans for long periods of time. Who knows? Billions, trillions of years. Gradually moving towards the surface. Eventually, right, we took hydrogen, made our sun was made of hydrogen to warm the surface. And then we finally end up and eventually moved to the surface. Now that first war, the fire war, it was something. It was a heartbeat. Fire war. Next we know about from Elijah Muhammad is the gender wars. Now I'm not going to detail about the gender wars here. Some of you are familiar with it. But the bottom line on that one is that took place in the blink of an eye too. But you had people resisting change. See, in the fire war, they would just expand because that was going to make them weaker. I mean, you can understand where it's coming from. If you start expanding the universe, that's going to make them weaker. It's more energy. You see how we are right now. We just come to a period of energy deprivation. They resisted. They were the jinn of the time. See, jinn is not a people. Jinn represents a resistance nature. So we had these people, right? It came to the point in time we says, see, can we make it just to our nature according as we move forward in time. We move forward in time, times change, and then we conform, we transform energy from one form to another, but also define ourselves to fit into the reality that we're creating. Everything is totally in sync at all times. So we come to an agenda point 3 years later, and then we decide, okay, we're going to have gender. Because we're sharing the same body. Well, it was time for that. We had resistance. And then the result was, as we see the moon and explosion, instantly billions of people lost instantly, just like that. Earth was knocked out of its orbit. I say, wow, that was devastating. That was devastating. And you mean the time that we got to go through is worse than that? What it says, I mean, how could it be worse than that? They had nuclear weapons back there. Don't listen to stupid Ishmael all the time. They gunpowder. Elijah Muhammad used the term gunpowder because at the time he was teaching that, gunpowder was the most powerful explosion. But if you study the lesson very carefully, there's nuclear explosions in there. So they wasn't using gunpowder. You know how much gunpowder would take to do their job anyway? Take more than there is to fill the whole earth anyway. At any rate, and that was the gender wars. Now we have gender. Two great wars. We have others. We had a war 50,000 years ago. When they disagreed with Allah, or Dr. Shabazz, that was his name at the time, they tried to prevent him from taking the position he was taking as far as this energy deprivation period was about to go through. They attacked us and forced us out of Arabia. So we covered it with sand because we knew it was going to return. At that time, there were 3 main tribes. All of them, both of them original. Remember that. The Hindi tribe, that's the tribe Ishmael came from, as his mother came from. And the Levite tribe, that's the tribe that's in below Africa, below Arabia. All original. But we was the main tribe. Right? The tribe of Allah, tribe of Dr. Baz, primary seed. That was a war. That was a big war. We didn't just walk away. They forced us out. Time of unprecedented trouble. Let's move fast forward up to current times. Now, why would this be called a time of unprecedented trouble? You mean we're going to have, it's going to be nuclear explosions, and they had nuclear explosions back then. That's how I separated the moon. If they did, they blew up the earth and blew a part of it away. I mean, how could it be worse than happened back then? But the difference is that all those things took place in an instant. This time, as Quran, as the Bible teaches us, is going to take place about for a year. It'll take a year for this process to complete. That's why it's unprecedented, because it's going to take about a year, and it's going to be a time of total hell. Total hell for about a year. There's approximately 8 billion people on the planet. They'll all be wiped out. Through war, famine, pestilence, starvation. That's what makes this unprecedented. Because you don't want to go through it. Other one's instant. Angels never knew it hit them. The fire angels never knew it hit them. Water hit them, they was gone. Gender wars, they never hit them, bam. But these people will know. Cannibalism will be the name of the game. Children will be gray-headed, as the Quran tells you. They won't go anywhere near their parents because they'll be eaten. They'll be children gangs. They'll be careful of each other because if they get hungry enough, they'll turn on each other. Going around looking for people to kill, to eat. Unprecedented trouble. I'm not going into all the details. That's what makes it unprecedented. Whole year. Entire year. What's update on that? So I'm going to talk about another thing right now. Not out of place here, but we're at war. It's wartime. I was talking about the first strike 2 weeks ago, and they made their strike, and it was a good one. Almost fatal. They wounded me seriously. So we're going to talk about this time unprecedented trouble from another angle. In each one of these cases, we had the God. He made a decision that people didn't like. They came against him, the resistance. Now the world right now is under control of religion. Partly, I'm just a little segue here. 35,000 years ago, was already in energy deprivation. But energy deprivation causes children to be deformed. That's why you see in India, you see all these statues with people got 6 arms and all that kind of stuff. That's where that came from. Good, that was special. Shiva, I think Shiva had 6 arms, 3 on each side or whatever. Who say where? So the world is in total darkness, but it wants to stay that way. And so as the lesson says, it says, the Son of Man is in the center of the earth, experimenting with high explosive. What does that mean? Understand the mathematics of it is that during this time we're under extreme tension, right? Universe maximum expansion, right? Energy deprivation. So Suleiman would be in the worst condition of all the gods before him. Less energy than all before him. Because remember, he got to reverse the whole universe back, bring it back to the beginning again. But he wants to stay like it is. So you got 8 billion resistors. 8 billion resistors. And what his weapon is? The angel. Like I said, that's pressure. Angel's pressure. High pressure destroys low pressure. That's the war, pressure war. Because breaking those 7 seals, he unleashed that pressure against 8 billion vectors of lower pressure. And like I said, just like the angels had no idea about water and water, these people, they think they can stop lower pressure. High pressure cannot do it. If there ain't anything about pressure, if you take just a gallon of high pressure and throw it into a lake, it's going to, the waves are going to move away from it because it's pushing the lower pressure away. It's not the opposite. Because high pressure, no matter how much it is, you throw it in the ocean. If you throw it in the ocean, it's still going to make the water move away from it. Because no matter how much lower pressure you have, right, how little high pressure you have, high pressure always destroy low pressure no matter how much low pressure you have. Right now we got low pressure mine, 8 billion strong. And we got Suleiman with the angel. High pressure. Suleiman in the center of the earth, which is America's center of the earth, the worst part of planet Earth. Right, in the worst condition ever. Experiment high explosive. What's high explosive? The angel. Like Allah in the beginning was experimenting with what we call gases now, came with water. Experiment high explosive, this angel. And it's going to blow away all this world, all of it. Nothing they can do to stop it. They think they can. Wipe them all out. That gets us to Daniel. Then Daniel tells us there was a stone that was cut out of a mountain without hands. And they think that's some kind of mountain that without hands because God is doing it, whatever. No, if you read the statue, it's anatomically correct, except it has no hands. What are they talking about? And the gold, that's that little remnant, right? that's going to take and says it's going to fall and crush the ruling powers right now, the nation that's in control, and take out, in the process of doing that, take out all of them all together, all of them, crush them all. That's what high pressure does, crushes lower pressure. So here we have, see, look, pay attention. There's stone, boom. Take out Gog, Magog, right? Death in Hades, which is China and India. In the process of doing all that, all the nations, all of them, they're all crushed. And then so that stone will go and fill the whole earth. That's you, brothers and sisters, you and your warriors out there. That's what it's talking about. That's what's going on. Angel released that power, the truth, pressure, higher pressure than they have, because they're lower pressure. They're not mathematically, the angels are mathematically based. They're not mathematical thinkers. Resistors are not mathematical thinkers. Anyone that resists the angel will be crushed. Anyone that resists the angel will be crushed. Anyone that resists the angel will be crushed. By a little stone. And the angel says, it comes down to 144,000. Not many. You don't understand that, brothers and sisters. Understand what we're dealing with. So right here in total darkness, total triple darkness with angel, and it's crushing our enemies now. You may not realize it, but it is. And it becomes, as the pressure increases, the resistance will increase. Until we hit the abomination of desolation. That's when Master Muhammad releases, takes out false Israel, which is the cornerstone of this reality. That headwind is removed. Hell breaks loose. A year. And we will do to them as they did to us. It says, as you have done, such be done to you. If you go to Farrakhan's propaganda little stations, just try one of them. Go, he says, his so-called, what do you call them, study groups, the indoctrination centers. You go there, and they give you a script, and everybody's got to pass it. No discussion whatsoever. You pass around script that he says, and you got to just repeat it. It's indoctrination. He's got more indoctrinated over there. And one of the things he was saying, well, we can't treat them like they treat us, because he always slants everything towards mass. So everything is towards mass benefit. Oh, no, we got to stay here. Mass benefit. Because if you don't realize you have an option, then you're going to do what master tell you. You're going to stay on the plantation. That's the whole thing they had back when you was in chain slavery, so to speak. They made you think there was no other place. The plantation's all you had. So where was you going to run to? That means you might make the best of it. Be the best slave you could be. And that's what they're trying to do right now. Make you think America is it. There's nothing else. So if that's the case, unless you're ignorant, totally stupid, then you're going to make the best of America. You can try to be the best American you can be. You can be successful. If they have you believe in it, that's your only choice. That's why the messenger of the covenant had to come tell you, no. That's not your only choice. We get the hell out of here. We got a land prepared for us. But they have our people thinking this is the only choice. And it's not true. Now, if they've made their first strike, now it's time to strike back. If we strike back, it's going to be devastating. And as they have done, so should be done to them. Everything they did to us, we're going to do to them. So you listen to Farrakhan and all the clowns, because we done to them too, because they're part of this. That's why that's the trouble caused Day of the Lord. It says last about a year. It's so devastating. You won't be sitting around watching TV. You're going to be cold. The weather's going to be out of control. Freeze the one day, hot the next day, sleet the next day, hail, hungry, starvation, being under attack. And this is Suleiman's war. No. You got the two gods. But this is Suleiman's war. It tells you. It says, these 10 kings, who are the 10 kings? The 10 kings there are Death and Hades, or China and India, combined with the Levites, right? The rebellious ones, right, from Africa, non-Islamic ones, but primarily primarily in India. It says these 10 kings will make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. Because remember, in chapter 20, that's the last war. Wipe them out, and there's no more. Then you have a new, bringing new heavens, new earth. That's for Muhammad's job. He's bringing in the new everything. He's a made God. Don't forget that. But it's our God, and we love him, right? And we support him in every way. But that's the case. So it says, these 10 kings will make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb overcome them. No Lamb. These 10 kings, remember. Who these 10 kings, remember? Who does these 10 kings represent? 200 million man army. This is the war, brothers and sisters. It's like Allah, when he went to war, those angels were trillions of them. Him and his family, just them, and he wiped them all out just by combining oxygen and hydrogen, producing water, wiped them out in an instant. But Suleiman's going to take his time on this one. Because what the things they did to us, he's going to take his time on this one. He ain't going to let them off with like a instant destruction. Take a whole year. And we'll touch every town, like the Quran says. Touch every person. Anyone opposed to the angel will be destroyed, crushed. Crushed. 8 billion crushed. Now, there will be some female demons that will make it into the hereafter. Talked about that. If they can obey laws and everything, but they will not be a part of your inheritance. They will come in as servants. See, to Abraham, you paid the price. No one's going to steal your inheritance. Not any part of it. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. They made their first strike, and we're about to return the favor. Because remember, Joshua's soldiers went to war with Aaron's soldiers. There was a war there. and all the Iron soldiers was wiped out, families and everything else. I'm unprecedented trouble. So keep up the good work, brothers and sisters. Don't worry about anything. Because every time you get out there and start shooting those vectors, remember, your vectors are atoms, ATTOMs, explosive. Theirs are like sledgehammers or something. They may have 8 billion. They may have a few. But if you understand pressure, I keep teaching you about pressure, it doesn't matter. You have a trillion, be a trillion of them out there. I'm going to be one of us with the angel, high pressure, and it will move them away. You drop in the ocean, the water, the waves move away, pushing them away. The engine's already been ignited. It's pushing them away. There hasn't been any challenges to it. Tell me anyone who's been able to challenge it. They don't. They go personal and everything else. They can't challenge it. But just get out of the way. They can't challenge it. That's a problem for them right there. Pretty soon, like I said, moves to the next level. That's why Muhammad's about to take to the next level, taking out false Israel. Okay, brothers and sisters, I think that's enough for today. I'm still recuperating, so maybe I should just relax a little bit. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters, wartime, we're at war. Nobody should understand it better than me, because they attack me full blast. That's why Muhammad allowed me to take the full blast to let me know the power, let me feel the power of the enemy, let me know that I could handle it. Okay. You get in the ring with someone, right? You don't know how powerful they are. See? He just hit that right hook, bam! Now they throw all their power in that right hand and don't knock you out. You say, hey, I can handle this. But see, you got to feel it. You got to feel that punch. So much power, how powerful they are. Because you can't just look at them. If you survive their most devastating punch, that right hook or whatever their most powerful punch is, then you know you can win. But they threw their most powerful punch and they couldn't take you out. They may have knocked you down, but they couldn't take you out with it. So they have nothing more powerful than that. It means all you got to do is hang in there, because they threw the most powerful punch and it didn't knock you, it didn't take you out. They threw the most powerful punch at me, and believe me, it was powerful. You don't have anything more powerful than that. So Master Muhammad allowed me to take the full force to let me know, feel it. Threw that right hook and it hurt. It knocked me down. I got back up. I know I don't have anything more powerful than that. So now I know their power. See, once you get in the ring with someone and they hit you hard as they can, there's two things happening there, right? One is they transfer information to you. They just told you how powerful they are. And the other thing is your ability to withstand their power. Two pieces of information right there that benefits you. So they told me how powerful they are. They told me I'm strong enough to withstand their power. Understand, brothers and sisters? Hope you understand. I think we're going to leave it there. Assalamu alaikum. Sisters and brothers, Imam Rahim here, breaker of the seven seals, messenger of the covenant. Sisters and brothers, I want to talk to you today about pressure war. Now, if you claim to be an angel warrior, but you don't know the nature of your weapons, you cannot be an angel warrior. If you're at war, you need to understand the nature of the war. Like in what we call Noah's Ark. To prepare for the war, which would be a flood, you need a boat, an ark. Building a big army wasn't going to do you any good, it'd just be drowned. You need to know the nature of the battle, of the war. As I've been telling you, brothers and sisters, for quite some time, for some of you years, you must understand the nature of pressure. Because this is a pressure war. You must understand the nature of pressure. Pressure is our reality. Pressure is everything. Pressure is energy. If you don't understand pressure, you don't understand your reality. And you definitely cannot be an angel warrior if you carry a sword but you don't know how to use it. Pressure is very simple. You need to study it. They make it very complicated, but it's very simple. Pressure. When you understand pressure, you understand the nature of yourself. You cannot have thorough knowledge of self without having thorough knowledge of pressure. One of the fundamental principles of pressure is that high pressure always, without exception, destroys low pressure. High pressure always destroys low pressure. You can have 1 billion low pressure vectors, and one high pressure vector will destroy them. That's why Allah never sends more than just one prophet at a time, because He's sending it with a high pressure message that will destroy all of their low pressure messages. And the angel is the most high pressure device at the bomb ever. But just like an atomic bomb, the device, it will just sit there until you ignite it. Even though it has an atomic bomb, a nuclear bomb, has so much pressure built in. But that's what explosion is. Explosion is high pressure within low pressure. And what happens is when the high pressure is unleashed, right? It blows away the low pressure. That's in essence what an explosion is. It could be quick, it could be fast, it could be low. It's still an explosion. High pressure, right, blows away low pressure. So you have an atomic bomb that's sitting there, has all this power, but you have to unleash it. You have to unlock it. You have to ignite it. Well, it's just sitting there. An angel was just sitting there for 2,000 years, just sitting there. And that's a bomb that will blow away everything that was established in the last 50,000 years is blown away. But it was just sitting there because no one could ignite it. Now it has been ignited. You understand? You have to understand pressure. We've had many wars in the past. Excuse my voice, sister. I'm either trying to catch up with my voice trying to catch up with me. We had many wars in the past. We had fire wars. We wiped out trillions. We had gender wars. Wiped out billions, maybe more. in an instant. In each case, this segue here, God built a fortress, an impenetrable fortress to protect them in the day of battle. First one in centered earth, second one on the earth's surface. It's a gender war. Then we had the sand wars 50,000 years ago. There are many wars. But this is the final war, the pressure war. And this is all about truth. Because truth dispels falsehood. Truth is high pressure, falsehood is low pressure. This world is under low pressure. Religion, in other words, all this non-mathematical thinking, is low pressure. Angel is mathematical thinking. And it's going to destroy all this low pressure, all 5 billion low pressure vectors will be destroyed. There's nothing left of them. We need to understand how things work. It's just like the fire wars. Trillions of angels were destroyed in an instant because they resisted the God. The God makes the decision. He does as he pleases. He's a mathematician. And they resisted, so now they're gone. In an instant, beings resisted the gender wars, the gender transition. They were blown away in an instant. So now we're at the end, the other end of creation, the maximum expansion. Total darkness. The world's in intense darkness, low pressure. And they want to keep it that way. They don't want any changes. And the angel is high pressure, super high pressure, an atom bomb, ATOM. But it will not do anything unless you ignite it. It has been ignited. It was ignited in 1990. But every time an angel warrior steps up, they add resonance to the shock waves, because once the angel was unleashed, that shock waves going through the entire planet. Shock waves. See? Truth. You may not understand it. Like I said, the wind may be blowing, but the only way you can tell the wind is blowing, you see the leaves shaking. The world has changed dramatically since 1990. They will tell you that themselves. Google it. What happened in 1990 to change the world? The world's constantly changing, and it's changing at an increasing pace. And it's changing in what direction? In our direction. Things happening as we call the shots. It shows you that we are in control. And it's about to hit the next level, next phase. The Master Prophet Muhammad takes down Satan. But we need to understand pressure, brothers and sisters. Understand pressure. If you don't understand pressure, do not call yourself angel warrior. And I will check. I'm going to start to check. This is not about the lamb anymore. It's about the lion. And if you do have understand pressure, and you do have atom bombs, because that is what the angel gives you. They have their vectors, low pressure vector, and you have a high pressure vector, high pressure vectors, atom bombs. But if you just setting them and not sitting there and not igniting them, then they're worthless. They're sitting there. And how do you ignite them? is if you sit there and you're looking at people, you're not talking, you're not influencing anyone, are you? And you may be showing pictures and all that kind of stuff in memory lane, but you're not influencing anyone, not affecting anyone. You have to open your mouth and speak. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. You must speak. The angel. And every time you do, you have resonance, right? That increase those shock waves. The shock waves. Okay? That's destroying demons and devils alike. Because they're resisting. Like I told you, sound, the heart responds to sound first. Like you get startled. You get nervous. What happened? And then it gets to the brain. The brain tries to figure out what to do about it. But it's the heart first. So as information gets out there, some people are not going to like it. Why? Because they're low pressure, and this high pressure is affecting them, it's pushing them away. They're not going to like it. They're going to resist. See? Get the heart first. And then they're going to try to figure out, then it goes to the brain, try to figure out how, in what way can resist. It doesn't matter, they cannot. But they will try. Now, the thing is that with the seed of Abraham, we have the power, right, because of what Dr. Shabazz did, right, to become high pressure vectors. Because when this vibrations hit, the shock waves hits you, it's like when sun hits you, two things can happen. You can either start rotating, right, absorbing the light and rotating with it, or it can burn you up, push you away and burn you up. The seed of Abraham has the power to rotate. So in other words, they can hear it. It might bother them at first, but they can pick up the angel and become high pressure vectors. That means increasing the resonance. But the other folks, they don't have that ability. So it just pushes them away, makes them more angry. That means they're reacting. Because so far to date, none of you can tell that anyone has been able to get up and take and refute anything we've been saying. They can go personal, they can say all the stuff they want to say, but no one can stand up and contest what we're saying. That means it's bothering them. Because they don't want to hear that. They may not be telling you that's the case. And as the pressure increases, it's going to make a distinction between us and them, between the devils, demons, and the original people. Because like I said, it will cause some to rotate, it will cause some to be pushed away and burnt up, crushed. So if you got demons in your family, they're going to be pushed away. That's why it says he's bringing division. Because it's going to cause separation between you and low pressure vectors that may be around you that you may not realize. Because they're going to get away from it. Because the heart cannot take it. And they can't upload the angel because they don't have the structure, right, to handle that kind of pressure. They become a high pressure vector. So they're going to resist. And the resistance is going to increase. And it's about to the boiling point, which is the time that Master Farah Muhammad removes Satan. That's the trigger, and that's the start of Armageddon. You must understand that this war, like I said, we had many wars in the past, but this war will wipe out 8 billion. As every God in the past, when he went to war, He first built a fortress to protect him and himself in the day of battle. And that's where Master Muhammad comes in, because he built a fortress. That great wheel, that's our fortress where we do battle from. It may not seem much to you right now, but it's a few, that little stone that's going to crush the whole of the nation. It's a little stone. But we're high pressure, it's a high pressure little stone. And it's going to destroy everything. And they're going to resist. It's going to take about a year, and it's going to be horrible. It's going to be horrible for them. We wage war from the wheel, from a fortress, which they cannot penetrate. Every God had a fortress his enemies could not penetrate, but they will try. They try to stop them. They cannot stop this. We have two working together. King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and Lord of Lords and King of Kings. Master Muhammad has his task. I have my task. He is the one that's going to make all things new. He's going to bring in a new reality. Suleiman is preparing you for the new reality. Keep up with the God. Pressure, war. You must understand it, brothers and sisters. Pressure is very easy to understand. If you want me to give you a special class on pressure, let me know. I will do it. That's your weapon. Every time you open your mouth and start talking to angel, you're releasing pressure waves, shock waves, resonance to the angel pressure. Resonance. If you're sitting there with knowledge of the angel, just sitting there. Yeah, I'm with you. Blah, comments, hearts, thumbs up. You're wasting everyone's time. It's in the way. Every time you step up, you may not see it. That's why it says, those who believe in the unseen. This book, there's no doubt in it. Those keep a prayer, excuse me. I'm going to get this quote wrong. Anyway, it says, you must believe in the unseen, and of the hereafter, they're sure. Break that down. See, we need to break these things down. First, you have to be unseen. What is unseen? Mathematics is unseen. I'm talking about demons and angels and stuff. Mathematics unseen, but the evidence of it is everywhere. You cannot see mathematics, but the evidence of it is everywhere. What they mean of the hereafter, they are sure. Okay, first of all, this was revealed during Prophet Muhammad's time. Those people not coming back from the dead. So what they mean, the hereafter, they are sure. Who are they talking about? They're talking about now. And what is the hereafter? The promised land. Ain't that the hereafter? We need to break these things down, brothers and sisters. Of the hereafter, you are sure. Are you sure of the hereafter? If you're a high pressure vector, you're absolutely sure of the hereafter. And these sisters, right, they are angel warriors. They're producing gods. They're angel warriors. No one needs to say anything, or better not say anything about them, at least in my presence. They're certified angel warriors. Nothing else is required of them. You understand, brothers and sisters? Pressure of war. And the pressure is the angel. Mathematical thinking. For those people, you got 8 billion non-mathematical thinkers out there that think about stuff that makes no sense whatsoever. That's low pressure. Every time you open your mouth and speak, you're releasing high pressure. You're adding resonance to the angel. And it says, we're going to defeat everything. all 8 billion. That little stone is going to knock the hell out of the nation that is in power right now, and it's going to destroy all of them, every nation, every people. Only we will exist in the end. 144,000 in a fortress. We make all things new. New heavens, new earth. That means it's not a new earth, what you would think was new. That's where we are, brothers and sisters. The pressure war. Like I said, if you don't understand pressure, I'll give a special class if you need it. When it's not something made up. If you study pressure, you go out and get your book on pressure for dummies or whatever. You find out that high pressure always defeat low pressure. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's nothing that can change it. That's mathematically correct. That's just the way it is. And now the engine has been unleashed. And the engine has been ignited. So now you have high pressure in the world. They can't stop it. The only matter is how much pressure can we put on them as quick as possible. Save as many of our people as possible. Because every time an engine warrior steps up and starts speaking angel, it adds more pressure to them and more resonance. We're going to defeat that little stone, that little group of people. We're going to defeat the whole world. Muhammad defeated Arabia. See? After Jesus defeated the Roman Empire, just one person. There's Suleiman, he would defeat this whole world, this entire planet. It says in the end, the final war, it says these 10 kings, read chapter 17, will make war with the land. And 10 kings, that's the last two powerhouses, superpowers. And in India, that's the last. Chapter 20 tell you once they're thrown into the lake of fire, it's all of this end of it. So he's the final battle. That's the 200 million man army. There's more to it than that, but I'm not going into detail about here, brothers. I want you to understand pressure wars. And the difference, as I said earlier, is that this is all about time. All the other wars we had in the past, or even the sand wars, 50,000 years ago, when they forced us out, they happened pretty much in a heartbeat. But this one, we're going to take our time with this one. We're going to savor the victory. We're going to savor our enemy's destruction for what they did to us. This will take at least a year. A total havoc, total destruction. It says none like it, none will ever be again. No nation will ever effort us again, ever even think about it, as if any nation exists afterwards. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. Pressure war. Understand the nature of pressure. Right now, I'm putting pressure into the world. Resonance behind the angel. And when they hear it, they won't like it. That means it's affecting them. When they don't like it, that means they react. Eventually, they're going to react violently when they push up against the wall and feel the pressure. As the Quran says, and then they shall start feeling our presence. We make war from our fortress that Master Muhammad has built for us. We're not worried about anything, brothers and sisters. We're already the winners. Once the engine was ignited, that was it. Now what we do now is we join the battle. None of that sideline BS. We join the battle. It's beautiful. If you want to join the battle, you tell your children, your great-grandchildren, he was one of the angel warriors. He stepped up 24/7, kicking ass, wiping out demons and devils. Under the pressure wars, the greatest wars in history. And you was one of the warriors. That's what you want, brothers and sisters. That's what time is right now. It's really when a person loses track of time, when they lose their identity in time, they lose the aspect of the reality of time. In other words, you're out of time, you're out of sync. Oh man, I wish I was there when Jesus was there. I wish I was there when Muhammad was there. Yeah, you wouldn't have done anything then, just like you won't do anything now. Right now, you understand the time is, that's why I'm trying to tell you to keep up with Master Muhammad, because that's the time right now is war time. And all your energy right now should be in the battle. Once you understand what the battle is, you understand your weapons. You got the angel, most powerful pressure weapon ever devised. And you should be out there 24/7 kicking ass, telling angel, talking angel, talking angel. We don't care if they get upset about it. It's like it says in Ezekiel, it said, oh, son of man, don't worry about their stairs. Don't worry about their obstinance. See? Because it says, their heads are like stone. I made your head like flintstone, which breaks stones apart. This is what it's all about, Bones. You want to miss out on this. It's just like when I found Elijah Muhammad. I could have stayed and finished my time in the military and everything, but I would 40 years with Elijah Muhammad? Are you kidding me? Nothing could compare to that. Because I was right on time. And I remain on time. Are you on time? The sisters are on time. You got 2 angel babies already. Are you on time? This is the battle. That's what you want to go back and remember. Man, I was out there kicking ass. I was putting angel pressure because our children will understand spiritual wars and understand your place in it. And they won't hear your BS. You mean you was there and you didn't do anything? What was your problem? The pressure wars and you had atoms and you did not use them? This is a glorious time, brothers and sisters. This is the time to step up. How do you think those people get those 12 thrones? They said there'd be 12 thrones. Or 12 disciples, the way it says sometimes, right? Be 12 tribes of Israel. And be 12 thrones. How you gonna get on one of those thrones? Nobody's forcing you to do anything. But you want to prove you're on time. You want to prove if you're God, you got to be on time. And we're supposed to be making gods here. You have to be on time. On time. You have to know what time it is and be on time and keep up with the main supreme God. That's Master Muhammad, because he's not waiting. He's moving. And I'm right with him. I'm keeping up with him. I took a hard blow preacher recently. I got up and I'm keeping up with him. I'm trying to keep you up with him. Understand the time. It's time for wartime. Are you stepping up? You understand it? Because one day this time will be over. And then you're sitting back, oh man, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about a mortgage. And there is no mortgage. Let me say a couple of things, then we're going to move on. Then close out, brothers and sisters. The New World Covenant will be nothing like this. First of all, we won't have anything like cities. A place where we need to get together. We need some kind of organization or whatever. There'll be no manufacturing on the planet. Manufacturing will be all off planet. It's going to be pristine, beautiful. Right? No roads. You won't need to have cars and all that kind of garbage. Have our own little planes, like you see these so-called UFOs. They're silent and they don't make any noise. Right? Sisters will be separated from brothers. What that mean by that? There'll be no competition between the two. The sisters will have sister architects, sister engineers, sister military ministers, whatever. They have their own thing. They both have their own thing. And sister will have her own mansion. Because of her level in society, we have something called currency, but not like what they have here. In general speaking, say everyone will get $1,000 a month, just put it like that. Everyone get the same amount of energy. The difference is how you use it. Everybody get $1,000 a month, put it like that. This is how you use it. That means the garbage collector is no different from the scientist. If you think there's a difference, right, then let your behind get messed up. So I'm gonna ignore it. Really? It's going to get your brain attention. All our body parts they work together and all important. So there's no going to be more important than you. None of that garbage. So sister, right? If she's on that level, right? Because we all have mansions. There'd be no more apartments and stuff like that. People living right next door to you. None of that garbage anymore. Like it says, in my Father's house, there are many mansions. Each one of you have a mansion. Some be more, like I said, depends on you. I use your energy. I use, each one, everybody have a mansion, have plenty of land around, acres. If you're a farmer, then all your land will be farmland. That's what you want to be. If you're a female farmer, that's what you'll be. Yeah, you have your own mansion. Your spouse, he has his own mansion. If you want to share your mansion with your spouse, then you can do that. But that's your mansion, that's his mansion. He's got his own, you got your own. No more competition between male and female, that kind of stuff anymore. We don't have any tyranny there anymore. Female, what she do is we will have entertainers, female entertainers and male entertainers. Nothing like they have here. I mean, you have females and the female in the hereafter. Her normal speaking will be more beautiful than what's some of these people out here that's always saying so great. Right? It's the way she normally speaks. So, entertainers, if that's what your nature is. Right? Architects, scientists, if that's what your nature is. That's what you'll be doing. You'll be doing whatever it is that your nature to do, what you like to do. So it will not be work in that sense because you'll be doing exactly what you want to do, contributing to our civilization. Like I said, no more apartments, people living over top of each other, all that kind of stuff, no more of that. Children could play outside without fear of animals or snakes or anything like that. A beautiful brothers and sisters. I think I just throw that in there. A whole new world. Entire new world. And you're about in a season when Master Muhammad pulls away, takes out Satan, the headwind goes away. You all are going to experience a great, intense amount of energy because the headwind is going to be taken away. And you're going to feel like you was totally energetic. Some of you will almost blow a fuse. Totally energized because we got the headwind, he's about to take it away. That's why it says, in Malachi, it says the Son of Righteousness will rise with healing in his wings. That's what it means. Read it. Once you take the headwind away, then the sun of righteousness will rise with healing in his wings. That means all the energy will come because of healing, right? Strengthening, rejuvenation. So you're about to experience that, brothers and sisters. You see. You see. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. But some of you will be on the fortress, not hearing the faintest sounds of the raging and roarings of hell. Some of you will be on the fortress. Some of you won't make it to the fortress. You're going to have to go through the tribulation. Whether you feel on your duty or you're just negligent or whatever. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. Pressure, war. Pressure, war. All kinds of war. Pressure, war, right? High pressure versus low pressure. And in this case, right, pressure is the word. The word is pressure. And it's the truth against falsehood. For this whole world, 8 billion strong, is all based on falsehood. And we're going to annihilate it, destroy it, disintegrate it, all totally. Wipe it clean. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. I think I want to leave it there. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, sisters and brothers. Sulaiman Rahim here, Messenger of the Covenant, breaker of the 7 seals. Excuse my voice, still working on it. Sisters and brothers, we don't talk very much about the book of Daniel. There's so much to talk about in the angel itself. The book of Daniel is a supplement to it. I'm only one person, so I focus where I can. We'll talk a little Daniel today. Because in many ways, Daniel makes it very clear, very precise. Can't go wrong. But it's a sealed book. But it's still a different way. Different mindset. But still, it's the job done. Now in Daniel, we talk a couple of things. We talk about this little tree that was cut down. We're not going to talk about that today. Because it's pretty much the same thing as a little stone. They talk about this little stone that's cut out of the mountain without hands. Cut out of a mountain without hands. Now you got all the liars and Farrakhan and Jakes and all these procrastinated, whatever. Talking all their BS. Oh, that means there was this mountain. It says we're cut without hands. That means God must cut it out. Because God don't have hands. So then they add a little bit in there, human hands. And because they have to add stuff in to make their, like, you know, you go get a suit. And then make all these alterations to make it fit. We're going to make alterations here. Okay? We don't need to. Once we unlock the Steel Bible, no alteration needed. The Farrakhan will make the alterations. Because he's an alteration business. Because he's 24/7, 365 alterations, trying to make himself to be the anointed, and a man, the Christ. It ain't working around the material. But nothing fits him. Except Aaron, the liar, deceiver, son of perdition. They fit him like hand in glove. He don't want that suit, and I don't blame him. That's a suit. And he's going to wear it. He is wearing it for those who can see. His days are numbered. He won't be around much longer. I'd be surprised if we get through his so-called Savior's Day. Anyway, it has nothing to do with that. Because if you read this carefully, there's a statue. The statue is anatomically correct in every way, except for one. It has no hands. It has feet, legs, torso, head. There's no hands. So another mountain they talk about is that statue. It says a stone was cut out without hands. And we're told that Nebuchadnezzar represents, the gold represents the original nation, and Nebuchadnezzar is the person that they used to symbolize that. They told him his kingdom would be cut down, but he returned to many ends, 7 times more powerful than before. We're told the gold represents him. So we see that this kingdom be cut down, the original nation, but then be restored 7 times more powerful than it was before. So there's a lot of information right there. Anyway, it was cut down. It gets back to that tree again. Those statues, and all these other statues came after. All the other pieces came. The silver came after it. That's the Levites, African kingdoms. And then the Devonic kingdom, right? That was the so-called Jewish, right? In the Roman kingdoms, East and West Rome, which is symbolized by Russia and EU now. After them, it says the final configuration in the end would be the toes, putting the toes. See? And so, 2 of the toes are iron. That's Gog and Magog, or America and Britain. There's 8 other toes. And the 2 toes represent Gog and Magog. They also represent the ram. 2 horns. See, I put these things together. So we had these beasts, right? And well, the eagle. Let's go back to the beast that came out of the sea. The eagle had 2 wings. Right? And that's American Britain, or Gog and Magog. Okay? And they had another come out, right? They had 4 heads and 4 wings. See? It was a leopard, brown and yellow. Well, that's pretty apt what's going on, because that's the kingdom as it's constructed now. The powers right now, right? Gog and Magog, they lead, right? Remember, these supporting all the kings above them. These other kings above them still exist. The legs, the brass, the silver. They're supported by the feet. Feet supports all that. There's that vision, that lion vision they have coming out of false Israel, supported by American and Britain. Gog and Magog. They're supporting that vision because the feet supports the whole body. So all those other nations exist supported by Gog and Magog. See? And then it had the leopard, right? So 4 heads. So they say wings that represent democracies, so-called democracies. Heads represents authoritarian. So it says the yellow brown spot is pretty clear. That's China and India. Yellow brown spots. And China is authoritarian, India is democracy. There you have it. And so that would be the primary kingdom. That would be the configuration at the end. Those would be the primary kingdoms. The other kingdoms, like I said, still exist, but it's the ones at the bottom support them. The feet supports the whole body. Okay? So it says during the time of these kings, this configuration, that's when the stone was cut out, the mountain with no hands, right? And it crushed all those kingdoms And all the ones above that were supporting, they was crushed also. So there's nothing left but the stone that covered the whole earth after that. That's the story. But it said the stone was cut out of a mountain with no hands. So who cut the stone out? Who cut it out? That's the Lamb's Book of Life. Are you part of the stone? Are you part of that little stone that's going to crush all the kingdoms? Or are you part of the kingdoms that are going to be crushed? That's the question. Because anything that gets in the way of that stone will be crushed. Every existence is going to be crushed. Because that stone represents high pressure. Suleiman will be in the center of the earth, experimenting with high explosives. Let's talk about Suleiman in the center of the earth, America, experimenting with high explosive. That's the angel. See? Experimenting with it, studying it. That's what experimentation means. You're studying it. You're releasing all that power of it. And high pressure defeats low pressure. No matter how dark it is, you turn on the light and the darkness just disappears. It's gone. Okay, how dark it is, how much darkness there is, turn on the light bulb, it's all gone, just disappear instantly. Same thing. High pressure dispels low pressure. It just depends on at the rate you release the high pressure, the differential between the high pressure and low pressure, which causes a current. The explosions are just currents. The more powerful, the more greater differential, the greater explosion. That's all explosions are, currents. You have high pressure and low pressure. High pressure moves low pressure out of the way. Move it away instantly, slowly, it still moves it away. That's what makes this time of unprecedented trouble so terrible. Because the angel was ignited in 1990. But hit the threshold, the pressure threshold of destruction called abomination of desolation this year. And once that happens, it's going to take 1 year to crush everything and destroy all low pressure. Because all the wars we had in the past, they were terrible wars, terrible. But every one of them took place in an instant. Enemies had no idea what hit them. But this one, we're going to take a year to play with this. We're not going to play with it. We're going to take a year, this one. But we're going to inflict so much pain on those that dared to harm us, that it will be remembered forever. We'll make a mark that will remember forever. It will not be forgotten, like the Bible says. I'll put a curse upon the earth that will never be forgotten. Always be remembered. You don't F around with us. We're the creators. Especially our women. We're doing it mostly because of our women. Because you don't mess around with our women. No nation can let their women be disrespected as they did our women and survive as a nation. No nation can do that. No men can do that and consider themselves men. We must avenge our women. They took the hardest of it. And we're going to avenge them. Take a year. We'll take our time. Inflict as much pain as possible. As you have done, so shall be done to you. You go to Farrakhan's indoctrination centers. Oh, you can't treat them like they did us. He's always on the side of massa. When always come down, always on the side of massa. Oh, they can be better. They ain't those anymore because he's one of them. He's a demon. That's what makes this time unprecedented trouble, unprecedented. Nothing like it. So it's Little Stone. Are you going to be part of this Little Stone? Let's go over and look at this. There's a statue there. There's a statue. Gold at the top. Says out of gold came the silver, the second nation, that's the kingdom of Belshazzar, or the Levite kingdom, the Egyptians and so forth. Then came the Devonic kingdom, right, so-called Jews, right? And they was taken over by the Roman kingdoms, right? East and West Rome represents America, represents Russia, and the EU. That's East and West, because Russia was the Roman Empire was broken up in two parts, East and West. And finally, at the end, that's where we are right now. We're the main powers. Gog and Magog. That's the ram, two horns, right? And the goat, right? So with the goat had one horn, so you have to read that carefully, because at the end the goat, that one horn was broken into 4 pieces to the 4 winds. 4 pieces to the 4 winds, that gives 8, but that's another story altogether. We need to go that far. See, that's the goat, right? Or the leopard, just leave it at the leopard, right? So you got the ram with 2 horns. No one could stop it, so powerful. Then you got the leopard, brown, yellow spots, or yellow, brown spots. 4 heads, authoritarian, that's China. 4 wings, that's India, democratic, democracy, so forth. Those are the powerhouses that exist today. That's the structure of the world today. It says during this time, during this particular time, right, is when that stone will be cut out. The angel warriors cut out without any hands, out of the mountain without any hands, right? And it's going to crush that little stone. It's a remnant. It's a remnant of the original nation. It's a little bit. It says many went out, but only few returned. The angel gives us a number of 144,000. I think that's more symbolic. I'm not going to it. 144,000. And we're going to crush first going to crush the foundation, the feet. And once the feet are taken out, the whole body just falls behind it. 8 billion. It's going to wipe out 8 billion resistant. See? Resistant was just religion, falsehood, belief matrix. Wipe it all out. Anything that resists the mathematical thinking is going to be totally wiped out. And the angel is the light that will do that. That's a tool. That's the atom bomb that only Suleiman could ignite, and has been ignited since 1990. And anyone that checks history knows that 1990 was a significant year in American history and world history, because everything changed from then. And it's changing rapidly. And even the people in America are telling you, something's happening in America. America's changing rapidly. It seems like it's falling, it's collapsing. Why? Where's this? Nothing happens by itself. So where's the pressure coming from that's causing America to collapse? Ask yourself that. Where's the pressure coming from that's causing America to collapse? All the institutions are in jeopardy. All the institutions are in question. Political conflict in every area. Not to mention the plagues and everything that's afflicting it. So what is the pressure that's causing that? It's the angel pressure, it tells you. See? That little stone will crush them all. High pressure destroys low pressure. I don't care how much low pressure there is, high pressure will destroy it. Understand? And here's the stone. Falls and crushes them. They understand this war. Suleiman is waging this war. Matched by Muhammad's like his Air Force. Read about Joshua when he goes to war. We have Suleiman, we have matched by Muhammad. He's in the sky, watching over him, protecting him. And he's like the Air Force. With Joshua's on the line, he's on the ground, he's the one kicking ass. He's the general on the ground. Matched by Muhammad is like his Air Force. He provides the fortress. Because every God has a fortress. Protect him and those with him from the enemy. The enemy cannot penetrate and they cannot go anywhere near his will. You understand? But read it carefully. Because it says, these 10 kings, what 10 kings? Will make war with the Lamb. They say make war with Master Muhammad. They make war with the Lamb. Not with Michael, with the Lamb, and the Lamb to overcome them. And that's the last structure. These 10 kings, they come out to go pretty much there. They should make war with the Lamb to overcome them, because he is Lord of Lords and King of Kings. Master Muhammad is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. They both work together. Master Muhammad provides the Air Force to cover. With Suleiman, he's on the ground. He's the general on the ground. He's the one that's kicking ass. And those with him. Master Muhammad provides air cover and the fortress to protect those who will not hear the faintest sounds of the raging and roarings of hell. You understand, brothers and sisters? Are you as a little stone? See? All the nations collapse once their feet are destroyed. If they got the feet, the whole body falls. And then the stone will grow and cover the whole planet. Wipe out 8 billion, and then it'll only be left the original people, and be some other people that they may allow, but they will come in as servants. They will not be inheritors. Like I said, there'll be a lot of demon females that will come in that will commit to obeying our ways. We don't have laws. No more than a lion has a law, or eagle has a law. They know their nature. The Bible tells you the law was given to them to teach them how to act. The law was not given to us. We don't have it. We don't need a law. We know who we are. We know who our nature is. That's why Suleiman is going to move out all the impurities, all the demons, all the devils, all that, right? So there's no confusion. So we revert back to our natural way, our nature. Right now it's confusing. We don't know our nature. We got these demons running around telling us what our nature is. So we think, we want to be like Kanye, be like Jay-Z, be like Morgan Freeman, Denzel. That's not our nature. They're confusing our nature. We got to get rid of them. Be like Farrakhan, the pimp. The man is the pimp. I wouldn't call him a man. He's not even having any manhood anymore. He's a pimp. He pimps out the sisters. having fun raising things. He pimps them out. He's a pimp. That's what all parasites are. They pimps. And pretty soon, a few more days, the people around him will wake up out of that dream he got him in and realize who he really is. It's a pimp, a no-good pimp, disemboweled, cursed with a curse, as it says in Malachi. What is a curse? You know what a curse is? If you disemboweled, it's not a curse. Would any man not consider that a curse? Because he says, why? Because he has robbed this entire nation. Wait a minute. You say, robbed this nation? Elijah Muhammad robbed this nation? No. Farrakhan's been robbing it because he's been taking money, taking our program and all this stuff for years and years. He hasn't produced a damn thing. Just pretty little gowns for himself and $1,000 glasses and all that business. When he's smiling all the time. Because he know he got, right? He got a lot of little piggies running around. He can roast anyone anytime he want. Hey man, we got a lot of little piggies out there. Anytime we get hungry, we can just roast any one of them. They don't care. They're going to wake up suddenly and realize it was taken because it's very clear. Anyone, their eyes are even partially open, can see Farrakhan, son of a devil, a demon. There's all kind. You can't miss on that one. And Aaron, the one comes after Elijah. At any rate, he's a pimp. So, are you the little stone that's going to crush all the nations? Or are you going to be part of that which is being crushed? Because it's happening now. And as soon as Master Muhammad pulls the headwind out of the way, you're going to take off like a jet. See? Because right now, you're like running at 50 miles an hour. But you're only moving about 10 miles an hour because you got this 40 mile an hour headwind. As soon as that's out the way, bam, you're going 10 to 40, 10 to 50 like in 10 seconds. And you realize you had that much energy, that much power. As soon as Master Muhammad moves that headwind, then that little stone will drop. Destroy everything, all 8 billion resistors, religion, all this stuff, because they're going to resist it. Because they lack the darkness. They love the dark. They love the way things are. And we will not tolerate that. We're going to make it a perfect world again. Perfect again. Totally mathematical thinking. All this BS goes out the window. What makes this time greater than any other time? Because of the spatial analytical split. We had the gender wars. We split the so-called male from the female, separated two. They was sharing one body. Well, we had the analytical mind and the spatial mind sharing one body. And now we split it two. Now we got Master Muhammad. He's got the analytical, but he's got enough spatial to control it. See? And then we got the Suleiman. He's a spatial. He's got enough analytical so he can communicate with Master Muhammad. And so that means his creative power is double to any god in history. Double. That means when we return, once we take power again, right, our creative powers is greater than any other god in history. So we're going to do things like the Bible and the Quran tell us that you can't even imagine. Because all that creative power will be unleashed. And Master Muhammad, with all his technical power, We say be, he said it is. You need both. You need the creative, then you need the technical to bring the creative into existence. Be and it is. Superman will say be, that's why Muhammad say it is. Earth is going to totally reconstruct the earth. Then we move out into the universe. And as it says, all things will return to Allah in the end. What does that mean? Everything you see out there came from us. There was one being in the beginning, and everything you see, lions, tigers, birds, lizards, all those were our attributes in the beginning. All those things were attributes, and we took them out and defined ourselves. More refined to where we are right now. So now we got all these different attributes personified. It's like the lion roars and everything. We used to roar. Now the lion does it. He's personified. Birds, the fish, personify those attributes. But now we're going to return them as we go back. So when we get back 76 trillion years from now, there'll be a time when there won't be a gender anymore. In the end, it'll just be that one individual, Allah, the base seed that lasts forever. If we see a lion, that's part of the attribute. We made it personified, took it out, personified it. We bring all those things back to us, all that power. That's why I say we change all the time. We don't show pictures of how we used to look at 10,000 years ago because you wouldn't recognize us. But we change. See, we adapt to the situation as we move forward through time. We're constantly transforming energy from one form to another. But in the process, we also redefine ourselves. So everything remains in sync. Everything came from us, everything will return to us. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. But all this is coming to a head because when Master Prophet Muhammad takes down false Israel, Satan, the Dajjal, whatever you want to call them, knock out that headwind, abomination of desolation, we see Jerusalem surrounded by armies. That's what you need to be looking for, brothers and sisters. We keep warning you about it. I know you're not paying attention, but you're still hearing it. And that might be enough to save your life. Because when you see it, it says flee. Why? Because they're going to cut your throat. They already know what time it is. They're still hoping against hope that it doesn't turn out like they think it might. They already made their first strike against me, and it was a very powerful one. I took it. I took the most powerful blow. So they have nothing else to hit me with. You understand, brothers and sisters? Abomination of desolation is on the horizon. So we'll talk a few seconds. The sequence of events. You got all these things happening, building up. But we already told you how it's going to happen. First, the war will break out. Middle East. Michael's angels will go to war with the dragon and his angels. That's the war with America. America, Britain, that's Gog and Magog. It falls Israel, along with Arabia, Saudi Arabia. Now, I told you years ago, Saudi Arabia was really Hindus, and they was going to be aligned with Israel in the end, as far as Israel. Now Nobody saw that coming even 4 or 5 years ago. No one saw that coming. Now they're aligned with them. They're working with them. I told you that was 30 years ago. That would happen. That's the dragon. I told you there was a dragon. And, oh man, Saudi Arabia, you kidding me? Yeah, never have nothing to do with it. Father Israel. Ain't no dragon. There it is. They are. They're all lined up with false Israel. Just like I said, if some of you have been around for a couple of years, you know it. Even then, it wasn't even clear. A couple of years ago, it wasn't even that clear that would happen. This happened during so-called Trump's term. Now you see it right before your face. That could be the war. Michael and his angels are shield against the dragon and his angels. And that's the trigger. And America and Britain will be thrown out. God can make be thrown out. It will not be able to protect false Israel anymore. It's left abandoned. They'll be leaving out that place in droves. Anyone catch a plane out, they'll be gone. You're going to say Exodus out of there. Like you wouldn't believe once they see the war starts. It's not going like they think it's going. Those folks, they'll be leaving out of there as fast as they can, anywhere they can get out of there. And those, once America and Britain, Gog and Magog are defeated, there will be no way to get out after that. You're stuck. And that's when they will lay siege to false Israel. They siege, nothing going in, nothing going out, no food, anything. It says they will eat, the sons will eat their fathers. Fathers will eat their sons. It's going to be so bad. They're under siege. So you have sometime, so we see Israel, we see Jerusalem surrounded by armies. I mean, you have a little bit of time to figure this out. Because they're going on siege. It means flee. You're going to have a little time. But you sit around and wait. So we don't know how long it's going to be. That siege will last. See? But even then, some of these devils, they might start cutting your throat even then because they figured out, hey man, whoa, this ain't supposed to be happening. You know, they're telling you, oh, it's going to get really bad. It'll get so bad that it's going to be so dark. And it looks like false Israel, Israel's going to be dying. Then God will come help them. See, they talking that stuff. Ain't nobody's come help them, come destroy them. That's going to lay siege. And then taken down. And like everything in America, Russia's going to get the blame, right, for America's defeat. So America immediately is going to war with Russia. And like I said, so-called NATO, and they're already having trouble. I told you, NATO is already having trouble with NATO right now. I told you NATO was going to turn on America. Everything I've been saying has been happening correctly 100%. So when they go to war with Russia, NATO, so-called NATO, is going to turn on America and Britain. And the war in Europe. That's Armageddon. That's beginning of Armageddon. Beginning of that year I was telling you about. Beginning of Armageddon, the war in Europe. They're going to go at it. The message said be going over there by the tens of thousands, coming back by the tens. Because they've been getting their ass kicked over there. Because America doesn't have the power it thinks it has. It's lost its power. But it thinks it has power. Its power was in obeying the sealed Bible. They departed from that. They don't understand that. Now they embrace homosexuality, transgenderism, you name it. See? And they put their trust in their weapons. That's not the source of your power. Your weapon, that's a tool, an extension, pressure. Pressure, pressure. First of all, you have to have the will to use it. And already telling you that Master Muhammad is busily disarming all the nuclear weapons you have anyway. You understand? So they be getting their ass kicked over there big time. Let me back up a little bit. Once the war starts, that's over there. Once the war starts, then the demon war starts here. You're already in demon wars, but that's where it hits high intensity, where it says Exodus, where Joshua's troops, right, go against Aaron's troops and wipes out all of Aaron's troops. That means Suleiman's troops, those with him, are going to wipe out all of Farrakhan's troops, if you want to call them troops, and wipe them all out, family and everything, just wipe them all out. This is what happened once the war kicks off, once Master Muhammad takes out, once the war starts there. They haven't taken out false Israel yet, because it says in Exodus, it says when Joshua entered the camp, they were signing war, sound of war, but it was not the sound of victory or defeat. That means the war is going on, but no one's been defeated yet, no one's been victorious. That means that's the time you enter, that's the time they go to war with the saints. So that means the war started there, but America hasn't been defeated yet. Master Muhammad hasn't been victorious yet. So during that time, that's when the demon war will take place here. Where it says the ancient days did set. Thrones were cast down. See, thrones were cast down. I mean, cast down. Who thrones? That means the people in authority was cast down. And then Suleiman took his seat. So that's happening during this period of time. See, that's the demon wars here. Not to mention all the conflict and stuff that's going on in America. America been full-blown conflict. It's not the locust wars yet. They ain't got there. There's all conflict in America, all kinds of conflict, and also nervousness. The nervousness in the evangelical community because false Israel being surrounded. Some of them are going to be euphoric. Oh man, that means Jesus is about to come back in a second. See, that means, because when false Israel, when Israel is taken down, that's when Jesus will come and save them at the last minute. So some of them are euphoric because they think, oh man, now it's time. And some of them are not going to be so euphoric. They say, oh man, I mean, you sure about that? Some are going to do some calculations. Well, what they are taken down? Oh, that means these Negroes over here, they're the true seed of Abraham. And they're going to do to us what we did to them. Let's get them now. We got them. We got their heads in our mouths. Let's fight off. You understand, brothers and sisters? I keep telling you, wartime. I've been telling you that for quite some time. I warned you about the first strike. And right after I warned you about the first strike, what? They hit me. I told you we're at war, brothers and sisters. Some of you aren't getting it. See, they know we're at war. But as long as they can keep you not understanding that, the more they creep up on you. Because it says the day will come upon you like a stare. It will come upon you like a snare. See? You're walking into a trap. They're setting for you. They go all kind. Well, just think of it this way. Everything they're doing right now, no matter what it is, no matter benign, malignant, whatever they're doing, it's for your destruction. You have to ask, oh man, I wonder why they're doing this. Why they give me a jab? Why they doing stuff? Everything they're doing right now is programmed for your destruction, either now or later. Everything they're doing is for destruction. You better get that through your head. Everything they're doing is for your destruction. Everything. When you boil it down, when you peel it down, and look through it and distill it, it's for your destruction. It may look good, it may look good, something like that. It's for your destruction. A note here. Then I'm going to close. Come back to me. Everything does for the structure. Just keep that in mind. We have to go back and say, where's this or that? That's what it's for. We're going to stand, brothers and sisters. Are you part of a little stone that's going to destroy everything, crush everything? Or are you part of that what's going to be crushed? Because they billion are about to be crushed. Hope you understand. Now I'll say a couple of things about something else. Oh no, let me finish. I'm talking about the sequence of events. Then as once Europeans are going to war with each other, then there's a power shift. They tell you that those crowns were shifted from the heads to the horns. Let me hear it. The dragon had the crowns on the heads, but then it was shifted to the beast had the crowns on his horns. That's China, India. So they become the superpowers, right? Because now Europeans destroying themselves. They tear themselves apart. They become the superpowers. That's the goat. That's also the leopard. So then they attack. It says the goat was very angry with the ram. The ram represents America and Britain again. Magog. Now they bowed down the war over there. All this confusion going on in America, all this division, everything else, right? Then finally false Israel is taken out. Bam. You have chaos in America. And all black folks are coming together. They flee. All black folks come together when the four winds blow. Because they're going to attack all black people. They don't care, Africans, whatever. They attack all black people come together at that point. That's when China ended to make their move, coming across, without touching land, across the Pacific Ocean. American total confusion. They're being defeated over in Europe. Black folks all come together. That's the judgment. The judgment will take place here in America. That's the judgment. That's the harvest point. That's time where it says, let the chaff and the wheat grow together. At the harvest time, we're separated. That's at the time, right? That's the second demon war. First one, when they kicked Farrakhan and all them out. Second one would be at the point of the judgment, where there'd be a big fight. Because we're going to reject the demons. We don't want them. We're going to separate them out. Jay-Z, we don't want you. Denzel, we don't want you. Because they're going to try to convince us to go along with them. No, we don't want you. So there's going to be a big conflict right there. They kick them all out, wipe them all out. If we're going to kill them, we're going to push them all out. That's a story about Legion, and he wanted to be, so don't take me out of the country. He wants to go and join the swine daddies. That's what happens. So we kicked them all out. Then we're separated, right? That's the time when Master Farmer was going to take those from the Lamb's Book of Life, take them out of here. The Levites would be left behind because they allowed themselves to be tricked by Farrakhan. They'd have to go through tribulation. And that's going to be the start of the locust wars. The 5 months period of locust wars. That's the demons. They're going to destroy this. That gets back to the story of Samson. Remember Samson, if you understand the story, Samson was a demon. He went through slavery just like us. But at the end, he was still blind, never got his sight back. He positioned himself between two pillars, that's America and Britain, and brought both of them down. So America is going to be fighting for his very life overseas and here. And now the demons are tearing the country apart. So there's no stability. And you got the evangelicals. And you're going to have food shortages. People start cannibalism. That's just the beginning of it. See? So there's going to be trouble, total chaos in America. America's not going to function. You're going to be starving and carrying on. And that's just the beginning. And then here comes China and India. And during this time, that's tribulation. So the Levites, right? They're going to be the rest of our black people here. It's their responsibility to get them together, to wake them up, make them understand what's going on. See? So they're going to be fighting their way to the West Coast. That's the story of Exodus. They're fighting their way to the West Coast during tribulation. These are a sequence of events. Those that make it, as those who survive to the end, the same will be saved. There were those that make it. See? That's what they call the so-called Red Sea. The sea, because when you understand the goat had a horn between its two eyes. That means God is the one that's leading them. If you read story 17, it says God put in their hearts to take out the harlot. It says God put in their hearts to take out the harlot. So Master Muhammad is the one that's guiding them, right? So when they get there, he says, let the Levites, let those people, let them through. Let them through. That's the Red Sea parted. Not this BS, stupid Ishmael talking about. That's what it means. Let them through. Because that's what happened. They were able to walk through. Once they were through, the sea closed on Pharaoh's armies. They closed in. And then that's when hell really breaks loose in America then, because they will stop everything. There'll be no commerce. There's no commerce, anything going on anyway. But now all food, but anything, nothing moves. So you have total starvation in America. That's what they're going to do before they actually cause destruction. They're going to stop everything here. People are going to be, they're going to lay siege to America. People are going to be starving to death. Children will be gray-headed. Children be afraid to be, they won't be around their parents. And they'll be cannibal gangs. Looking for people to eat. If you're a child, forget it. There will be no animals left. If you're a child, a small child, you'll be eaten. Simple as that. That's what they're going to do. They're going to lay on heavy. See? And they're not going to take your white flag. They don't want you to give up. Because they're angry. It says the goat was angry. And then finally it's going to destroy the country. If they go everybody that's able-bodied that's left, take them into perpetual slavery. That's what we have here in America. That's the cause of events. Then after the goat does that, then they got a war between the goats and the Levites. It means China, India, and the Levites. That's another story I'm not going to talk about here. But the Levites will prevail. And then that's when it says these 10 kings will come against the Lamb, be home in Arabia. During this time, right, we'll be fighting. Because we take our land back. They're going to resist. We're taking our land back from them. But we have been, by that time, that will be completed. And that's when the 10 horns or the 200 million man army, that's China and India, led by Levite king, emperor. We talked about him in the past. They'll come and attack us. That's the final war. These 10 kings will make war with the Lamb. That's final battle. Remember, the Lamb he's the one, the general on the ground. And that's what Muhammad buys air cover. We understand, brothers and sisters. Okay, one last thing here. I gave sequence of events. Now, leading up to all this, they try to deceive you to the maximum. They're not talking about the Abrahamic covenant. They ain't talking about that. Farrakhan hits and miss on a little bit because they want you to think you have no choice. If America is your only choice, that means you're going to try to be the best American you can. That makes sense. You're going to want to be successful. If there's no choice, you're stuck here. This is your land. That's it. And that's what Farrakhan's trying to do. Trying to make you think you have no choice. Because he's not teaching, he's not the messenger of the covenant. He's not teaching about the covenant. Oh, so we're going to stay here in America. We're going to get 7 states. Yet he hasn't done anything to prepare those 7 states. Or 6 states or whatever he's talking about. He hasn't done anything to prepare for them because they know it's never going to happen. They're trying to make us think, our fate is with America. Yet he says America's going to be destroyed. Well, so America's going to be destroyed, but there's going to be one little state that God is going to miss. And for America, right, you see the whole country on fire, so I guess we're going to be wearing asbestos or something. I don't know. It's stupid. We haven't prepared for any of this. The whole idea is to make you think you have no choice. It means if you have no choice, what does that mean? Read between the lines. That means if America's attacked and you have no choice, that means you got to help fight for America. That's what it's about. Throw them into the river. That's all thrown together. So we're going to take care of Mr. Farrakhan in a few days. Because he's the demon that got us confused about our nature, about who we are. He gives an example. They're not an example. They're role models for us. They're confusing our children. Not much longer. We're going to say, bro, sis, I think I'm going to leave it there. Did I cover everything I wanted to cover? Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, sisters and brothers. Sulaiman Rahim here. Messenger of the Covenant. Breaker of the 7 seals. Brothers and sisters, there's much anxiety and confusion going on. We're going to try to cut through some of it today to understand exactly what's going on. You must understand war, the nature of the war we're up against, and defend ourselves against it. You know, for years I went alone because it was better for me. Because so many people in the past came and went, become frustrated. They transmit those frustrations to me, right? Which is a burden they have to carry, which I don't need, because they don't understand. They want quick action. They don't understand that there is action going on, but they can't see it. They can't see mathematics. We see evidence of it. So I was quite happy to go alone because I could see the impact of what I was doing. And I wasn't frustrated. If I was frustrated, I was stopped a long time ago. So we're going to talk about hearts and minds. There's 2 aspects to our communication. You have the hearts, and you have the mind. We talked about this previously. We got a little more detail today. You know, when information comes to you, it affects the heart first. Like when you get startled, right? And then, the heart communicates to the mind what to do, what should I do, what should I do. The heart was affected first. You see, we have a reality now. We have a vortex. Speaks to the hearts. As the Bible says, the heart is desperately wicked. We know it. There's something we'll talk about in a future date. The heart is desperately wicked. We know it. This kingdom, this reality, speaks to the hearts. In fact, almost every kingdom up to now, since the last 35,000 years, been ruled from the heart. They speak to the heart. See? And so that motivates you. Because you look at all these religions and everything, there's some kind of music or festivity or something that goes, right? It speaks to the heart. You know? If it's not just the people pointing at festivals. That's what you see in all these religions. To keep that heart motivated, they speak to the heart. Because the mind, it's mathematical. But the heart is musical. If you can capture the heart, you can block out the mind. And that's effectively what has been done nowadays. They have locked out the mind. And they have captured the heart. You go to all the churches. Why they have a choir? Because that's what it's all about. They're talking about, man, the preacher, he was humming and all that stuff. They're not talking about the truth, because he ain't talking any truth. It's like with Farrakhan, nothing they say make any sense. But nobody's thinking about it to make sense. See, they think about the music. Say they like the music of Elijah. So he gives them the music of Elijah, but they're not getting the lyrics of Elijah. Give me the music. Oh, that's why. See? They get all the music of Elijah from Farrakhan. He's capturing the hearts. And that's a very effective tool. So it's going to bring down 8 billion people. It's a very effective tool. See? It blocks out the mind. See? Get the heart going. And now, with all the music they have going on, and all that stuff, you got the demons, they can play out tunes. That's why they're so dangerous. See, devils can't play out tunes, but demons can. So now, you moving, grooving, right? In music, it doesn't make any sense even if you pay attention to it. But it's not designed to make sense. It's to be rhythm. Because you see sisters out there, and they'll be singing, and the music be calling them bitches and hoes and everything else. I mean, moving and grooving, because they don't care about all that. They like the beat. Because it's speaking to the heart. Let's go on just a little bit. That's the heart. Music. Heart is not built off. Well, music is mathematics, but it's not logic. So that's the heart. And responds to music. See? And our hearts respond to any kind of music that's possible. The devil's heart is limited. That's why they say white men can't dance. When they can't play certain music because their hearts is not complex enough
to handle all those kind of notes and things, because they don't feel it. That's why they can't dance, because they don't feel it. When you see them dancing and stuff and sound odd, that's what they feel. It's not that they can't dance, it's that that's what they feel. They aren't dancing to what they're hearing. White folks can dance to music they're hearing. They're hearing what you're hearing. Because their heart's not complex enough. See? That's why I like Michael Jackson so much, because he choreographed everything. See, when everybody looks like they dancing, just like, Chubby Checker, or do a twist. That's not dancing. See? It's like a puppet show. It's choreographic. It's not dancing. But everybody looks like they're dancing. See? But one of the most complex hearts in the universe, so we get every note, we get all of it. So we can move and act in all the ways that the devils can understand. But the devils can keep up. The devils, they can keep up. See? And they can play notes and stuff, right? Just like the Pied Piper, to keep you mesmerized, keep you asleep. You see, melodies, because they can play melodies and they go deep into your heart and keeps your heart's attention. Usually right now people are lost in this gravity vortex, primarily of music, because it's the heart that's ruling this reality. And this gravitational vortex is primarily all about the heart. All about the heart. See? Let's look at the next one. You see, there's the mind. And the mind is mathematical. See? It's mathematical. But when the communication comes into the heart, and the heart communicates that to the mind, but the heart can block it. Heart is satisfied, it's going to block it. It won't ever get to the mind. So a lot of them are frustrated. How come you understand this stuff? It's so simple, because it's not getting to the mind. If it got to the mind, you understand it. But the heart is blocking it. See? You listen to them out there. I don't have any time to think of anything when you're driving around, moving boxes. You say, I don't have time to think. You cannot think sitting around listening in one box. There's no way you can do both, thinking and there's no way you can wrap up stuff. You can't do both. So they watching you, they playing your video, they playing all this stuff, TikTok, all this stuff, right? All this music, right? And that's what's happening. See? So it occupies your heart 24/7. So we can talk all the way, it's not getting to the mind. If it gets to the mind, we accept it. But the heart is blocking it. And they got enough information, they got enough stuff to keep the heart busy 24/7. All these so-called movies and shows. I've never seen so many series in my life. I mean, if I was starting out new, and after America was the only place that I was doing, hope that was the only option, I'd be an actor. Because hell, all those stories and shit that got there, they got to be plenty of jobs for actors. And then it was about the music. All these shows is about the music in the background. Sometimes that's not important in the show itself. See? The music. Farrakhan, the music. See? But not the lyrics. So we're frustrated. Oh man, how come? Because it's all making your mind. You have to turn off that music. And then waste your mind. So you're going to frustrate it. But every time you get out there with your vector, Your pulse is a vector. You put more pressure on your heart. It's harder and harder and harder for it to hold back. It's hard for to hold it back from getting to the mind. It's harder and harder and harder. See, but mass friend heart is not going to wait. See, but that's what's happening. So you got to keep on going because you're going to break through. Some people will break through quicker than others, but you're going to break through. See, but there's going to be a great breakthrough in a minute. So you get a little frustrated. Oh, it's not getting to your mind. Then look at you on this stage. You told me this stage. I don't know. You told me this stage. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? They're thinking no. Then you get to the next building. All this stuff is about the heart. And that's how Satan is ruling about the heart. That's how he's ruling. Okay? And that's what I need to come. Because when he speaks to the man, it's powerful enough to break through all this. See? And because all these people, 8 billion of them are ruled by the heart, they're all going to be destroyed. You say, you're going to break through. I'm talking about the seed of Abraham. Well, at least in your case, that's right. The breakthrough doesn't matter because their nature is ruled by the heart. And their breakthrough, they'll be dissatisfied. It might get to the brain, but they won't be happy because they want to go. They want to get back to where is it, the heart, the rhythm. They rather live in that reality than the reality of mathematics. That's what religion is about. Because no religion on the planet can withstand mental test. No religion on the planet can withstand mental mathematical rigor. Not one of them. And not one can withstand logic, reason. Not one. So you have to keep it on. So you have to keep it on the emotional plane. That's the music plane, the emotional plane. Then all it is to make you feel good. See, because all religion, they're about feeling good. See, I feel good with Jesus. See, it's about feeling good. Go to church, got tambourines, choir and everything else. It's all about the heart. Don't you understand, brothers and sisters? There you go. Heart and the mind. And they grabbed the heart, they got it. And those who, they can't escape this, go after the vortex. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. Got a little issue here. Okay, brothers and sisters, I have a little technical difficulty. As I was saying, this reality has captured the hearts and the majority of people on the planet are locked into the gravitational vortex created by this reality to capture the heart, and because they're heart-based, they cannot escape. They cannot escape this gravitational vortex because they have to escape it. They have to go to the mind. Only the mind can escape it. Only the mind can escape it. Only the angel will learn to escape it because it's too powerful. It grabs the heart, and this world is controlled, bound by the heart. Nothing makes any sense. It doesn't have to. It just has to feel good, musical, good beat. That's what it's all about. Performance. The better performance, the better. Right? More successful. The more powerful. That's what it's all about, brothers and sisters. And since the last 35,000 years, 99% of the planet has been caught into this vortex, gravitational vortex of the heart. They're heart-based. They're not mental-based. And so they respond to the heart. The heart responds to stimulus from the outside. So all you gotta do is have a good beat, good melody, and they'll listen to you. Otherwise they have no, because in other words, if you come with logic, they have to stop and think. They don't want to do that. See? They respond to the music. That's the key to Farrakhan. It's all about the music. See, looking like Elijah Muhammad's people, talking like them, walking like them, but not. The lyrics totally different. The music, the music, the music, the music. Understand me, brothers and sisters. See the music is, let's see. Okay. So when you understand that frustration is meaningless, why are you frustrated? Let's see, Master Muhammad is going to paralyze that heart with the abomination of desolation. But that's what happens. See? Because you walk along, going to beat and everything, all of a sudden you're startled. Your heart doesn't know what to do. So then it communicates to the brain. What's that do? So then it submits to the brain. See, that's when the heart submits to the brain. When it's startled, don't know what to do. It's afraid, fear. Fear will paralyze the heart. See, heart feeling for fear of those things coming upon the earth. See, heart feeling for fear of anticipation. Fear paralyzes the heart. And then the mind takes over. The heart submits to the mind. He's getting ready to paralyze the hearts of this world. And it forced the mind to kick in. But they're going to resist. But you see Abraham, they won't resist. They finally reach their brain. And they'll finally reach it. See, and they'll snap out. This transfer and they'll snap out of it. All those are fortunate for our kind to snap out of it instantly. Because when I was paralyzed, what do I do? Because Master Muhammad is going to shake up the world. When there's a desolation, what should I do? Because this ain't supposed to happen. See, because he's going to take out the cornerstone of this reality. You take out the cornerstone, something, the whole thing collapses. He's going to snatch out the cornerstone. He's going to crush the cornerstone of this reality. And no one's going to know what to do.
Paralyze their hearts. Like a deer. Your car comes in, just stare. Doesn't know what to do. They just sit there, unless it gets communication to the brain, somehow it's going to get hit, run over. And everyone's going to receive the angel in. But the only ones that can receive it are those who are of the mind to begin with. See? Because our people are of the mind, but they capture their hearts and they're blocking. They're blocking anything we say to get to the mind. So Master Muhammad's going to take care of that problem. My task is to make sure the information there, when it happens, to get to their mind. That's what we're doing now. Angel Warriors putting information out there. When that time comes, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you take and you paralyze the heart, but there's no information for the brain, then what's the point? And then the heart's ready to submit to the brain, but the brain has information. We can stand there and get hit by the car. So that's what our job is. We put information out there as much as we can. We keep on putting it out there, putting it out there, putting it out there. The vibrations, those shock waves, because it's influencing people. Some people actually piercing their hearts. There's enough resonance behind it, right? It can get through the heart. It can pass through the heart to the brain. That's rare. But we put enough resonance out there, we can achieve that. That's it. Go out there and put those in, shoot those angel areas, those angel arrows, right? At tomahawks. Because you put all that pressure out there, those shock waves, right? It's shocking the heart because it's affecting the heart. Because even though they might not like it, it's affecting them. I mean, if you like something that's so affected you, it affected the fact that you didn't like it. See? So it's putting trauma to the heart because it's against because they've been grooving and grooving to the music, and all of a sudden here's this stuff like, what's this stuff come from? See? And if it's powerful enough, they might stop a second and look at it. They stop a second and look at it, they get it. It's the seed of Abraham. One of the ones that's going to survive this unprecedented trouble. We understand that, brothers and sisters. I'm going to talk about a different, another thing right quick. Well, not right quick, but you need to read scriptures very carefully, brothers and sisters. But some of you hold on to things that you should be holding on to, and you hold on to things that's going to destroy you, because it's going to take everything you got to step out of this gravitational vortex. First of all, you have to overcome the heart. And you have to get to the angel. Only the mind can overcome this gravitational vortex. And if you're reaching back, trying to hold somebody's holding, reaching back, then they're going to pull you down too. Like Elijah Muhammad said, every toe will sell its own bottom. So if you're sitting around here messing around with somebody, right? And then with it, you better read the story about the lesson about the rusty locks. Some of you holding on to friends and things, talking angel with them, you should not be doing that. See? If they've heard it, as the Bible tells you, once they heard it, it's the same story as rusty locks. And they don't accept it and move on. You don't waste any more time with them, because actually the time you waste with them, that means some other innocent brother or sister out there could have benefited from that time that you just waste with this fool, because they heard and they rejected, and you need to leave them alone. And some of you have a hard time with that. That's why some of you are going straight to hell, because you just can't let go of demons and loved ones and all this kind of stuff. So that's what you want to do. Hold on to them. You shouldn't be discussing angel with anyone that's heard it and has not accepted. Well, you shouldn't even talk to them about it, period. I wouldn't associate with them anymore, because they're lost. They're lost in time. They're time anchor. If you hold on to a time anchor, don't you mean it's going to be lost in time too?
That's what time is. It holds you back in time. So if you hold on to that, trying to pull that along, that means it's holding you back too. Well, you got to keep up. So you're so fast that you can hold on to him and keep up too. Is you that fast? Are you a fool? Oh, that's my friend. Okay, so hold on to your friend. And you go to hell with your friend too. See? It says like crucifying Jesus twice. He would have made the sacrifice for you to get it, and you got it, and you don't do anything with it. And you find these people like the so-called 5 sinners. See, they're not looking for logic and stuff. They look for rhythm. To be cool. That's what they're looking for. Show me this, show me that. They're trying to find some kind of rhythm. Because they do it from the heart. That's why they're acting like that. You need to understand, bro. Says all this wisdom you've been taught and you still don't understand anything yet. You better see clearly. They're looking for rhythm. I'm trying to understand all this here. Really? See? Give me more, give me more. See? You're trying to find some pattern rhythm. It's the heart. And they don't mind pulling you back into this, they don't mind pulling you back into this, gravitational vortex and destroy it with them. So why should you allow yourself to be foolish enough to do it? Because they cared about you, they let you go. See, they pull you back into it, they pull you right back into it. I'm just telling you. See? And if you're doing that, you'll be found out. Muhammad didn't play it either, right? Once you was determined to be in that situation, you was thrown out, and anybody was forbidden to even talk to you. You gotta wake up, brothers and sisters. Be a war. So hold on to your friends, all that kind of stuff, to hold on to them. And you'll be right here in this gravitational vortex, right with them. When it closes in on them, collapses in on them, it destroys them all. They ain't your friends. They hurt, but you like them. Yes. There's a lot of demons out there, a lot of you like, you don't realize they're demons. You're going to find out in a minute. Partly because you still operate from the heart. Because you're dealing from these people. You're not dealing with these people from your mind. If you was, you would be dealing with them. You're dealing with them from your heart. Oh, I like them. That's from your heart. You like them not to go to hell with them? They heard the truth. They didn't accept it. So you be talking about it. If I find out anybody that's associated with me, cause us stand, we talking with somebody that's heard it and still and didn't accept it and walks with them, and you talking to them about anything we're talking about the angel or anything, and I find out the door's closed on you. Period. The door's closed on you. The door is totally closed on you. Because you already identified yourself. You better wake up, brothers and sisters. See? Most of you just don't still understand how critical this is. This is not to be played with. Let it go. Move on. Leave it behind. If your heart is still hooked on them, then you're going to be caught in this gravitational vortex with them. Because believe me, it's going to take everything you got to get out of it. Those of you who are of your angel, you're going to look back, see what you thought before you had the angel, where your heart, your mind was. And now you're going to slip back into darkness. Because you got this friend that you like. See? That's what it's all about. How the Christians come. They try to be friendly with you. See, they're appealing to the heart. See, they'll be friends. I'm your friend. All these religious same thing. They try to be friendly, right? To get your confidence, get your friendship. They draw you in. Don't you understand anything? It's all about the heart. And they're destroying you, and you allow yourself to be destroyed. So, if you mess around and get to the tip of the gravitational vortex, and the judgment comes, and found you still reaching back at people who have already heard and didn't follow up, then you might as well jump back in because you won't be in my book. Like it says, if you are not ready to forsake your mother, your father, everybody, for my sake, you ain't worthy of me. I try not to push that on God and say that's a hard one. But that's what it says. That's what it's going to take to get to the hereafter, to the promised land. You have to forsake everything in this world. And learn to see this world is about the heart. And so if they can't get you, remember, the whole thing is, they can't get to your mind. They're trying to get to your heart. So they send demons. We say demons are for to get to your heart. So you got these friends out there, they're there to get to your heart. Oh, that's my friend. Hey, Mr. Richardson, he's my friend. He's a pill to your heart. You want to let that fool take you down? That's your heart he's going to do. If he's on the same, if he was with you, he'd be in the angel with you. Don't you get it? He wants you with him in the heart zone. He want to be with you in the mind zone. He's pulling you back into the heart zone, to your destruction. Look with males, females, whatever. That's say what I need to say about that. You've been told, you've been warned. You didn't have to say this. That's why I said I better walk alone, because I don't have to deal with these kind of issues. Because you should know better, you should understand. So if you got things, people you love, you're happy, you care for, and that kind of stuff, if all that's more important to you, then you stick around in this gravitational vortex. And I'll pull you down to hell with them. Because it's got their heart. That's the think about it again. What is their appeal? What is your appeal to them? What is their appeal to you? Is it mental or is it emotional? That should tell you everything you know. Because mental, they've been on board with you. They've been on track with you. They've been in sync with you. But if it's emotional, then you're in sync with them. You're going along with them. That's your friend. That's your buddy. Well, I've been doing them all my life. In other words, they pull you back. You ain't pulling them forward. And you don't get it. So you've been warned. I think I'm close out there, brothers and sisters. Anything to do with they shut the room. They work on me. Anyway, brothers and sisters, hope you understand. Hearts and minds. Assalamu alaikum.